Good morning. My name is Christopher Middleton. I'm the Director of Producer Support here at Messer Financial Group, and I'd like to welcome everybody to our webinar today featuring Guaranteed Trust Life. From GTL, we have Adam Blish, who's the National Regional Sales Manager, and he's going to talk a little bit about what GTL can offer our agents. I'll let Adam take it away.
Thank you very, very much, Chris. It's an honor to be with you and Messer Financial Group and agents out in the field. And, Messer Financial Group and Guaranteed Trust Life, we are partners. And without this benefiting your agencies and protecting your clients, it really would not be very significant at all. So this must benefit your agencies and protect your clients. And I just want you to know that we realize that, and we're going to try to make that happen for you guys. So this is the agenda for today. Just to go over this, I wanted to discuss why Messer Financial Group is a key partner for GTL. I'd like to discuss GTL in terms of our company profile and who we are and what we stand for and what we offer. I would like to also highlight some senior market healthcare and health insurance trends that really do promote the relevancy of our ancillary product portfolio. Today, we will go over our product roster, kind of a summary of all the products, and again, a very brief summary, because the large majority of our time today will be spent discussing our signature Advantage Plus hospital indemnity plan. We'll go over benefits, quoting, underwriting, the application process and policy delivery, and claims. Without proper sales and training, the nuts and bolts of the plan doesn't mean very much. So I would like to highlight some proactive sales strategies, our consultative approach, and marketing practices that very well might help you make that sale and write your first piece of business. We'll talk about agent benefits and then the next steps in terms of getting appointed to sell this plan through Messer Financial. So why Messer Financial? Why did GTL and myself reach out to Messer to become partners? Well, Messer has an amazing reputation out in the field, very, very resourceful and agent-driven, very relationship-focused, provide a lot of agent support, and also has an appetite for senior products. So these would be some key reasons why Messer matches up really well with GTL. A little bit about GTL. We're located in Glenview, Illinois. That's our corporate headquarters. Glenview is about 20 miles outside of the city of Chicago. We were founded in 1936, so we are celebrating our 80th year in business. We're a mutual insurance organization, so the majority of our ownership is owned by our policyholders. We're licensed in 49 out of the 50 states. We are not licensed to do business in the state of New York, but other than that, we are open for business. We are extremely relationship focused. We are one of the few family-run mutual insurance organizations left that really does offer that personalized, supportive touch for both our agents and your clients in the field. Being that we are a 300-person and family-run organization, we have very little bureaucracy here, which allows us to be relatively more innovative than competitors. For example, we were the first company to bring the hospital indemnity plan to the marketplace. Again, very supportive, very hands-on, entrepreneurial, and by getting appointed through Messer, you not only have instant access to me, but also our underwriters, our sales support staff, new business, and customer service representatives. I do feel compelled to read our mission statement. Our mission is to be recognized as a highly competent mid-sized mutual insurer who, by bringing timeless virtues with current best practices, is effective in marketing targeted life and health products across the U.S. The company offers an attractive value proposition to its policyholders and distributors while encouraging and supporting personal growth and civic involvement from its employees. So let's go over some senior market trends. You probably are aware that between 8,000 to 10,000 Americans turn 65 years old every day. Medicare Advantage enrollment continued to grow and increased in virtually all states last year. Almost 1 in 3 were enrolled in a Medicare Advantage plan in March 2015, up by more than 1 million beneficiaries from the previous year. Let's check out these last two statistics that really do promote the relevancy of our ancillary product portfolio. While growth in premiums has been relatively modest, MA plans provide less financial protection to Medicare enrollees than they have in the past. And the average out-of-pocket spending limits have continued to rise, exposing enrollees with significant medical needs to higher costs. These statistics were provided by the Kaiser Family Foundation. A few more trends. Indirect healthcare costs such as travel, lodging, and food are at all-time highs. So you might have a customer or client that is on the best major medical plan or Medicare Advantage plan under the sun. But is it going to pay out? Is it going to reimburse people for travel, lodging, food, missed time off of work? No, it's not. So it really is important for your client to have that extra coverage. Observation stays went up 63% from 2006 to 2012, and they have continued to go up. Also, there are significant breakthrough treatments that are not covered as well. So what does this mean in terms of your client? Well, they might be on a plan that does not pay out for coded observation stays. And our hospital indemnity plan, and we're going to get into this, is the only hospital indemnity plan that pays out at 100% for coded observation stays. The percentage of average charges for hospitalization have risen in the past 10 years, while the average length of stay has declined. Let's think about that in terms of your client's pocketbook, okay? So a lot of your clients might be aware that they might be in and out of the hospital and kind of push out in a much faster fashion than they have in the past. But what they might not be aware of is the fact that during that shorter duration, they might have several tests and co-payments that they will be responsible for paying out of pocket. Among those with medical debt, 7 in 10 adults incurred all this debt during periods with health insurance coverage. So these are underinsured Americans. They might have insurance, but it might not be enough. So the question that you can ask is, what can I offer to insure my client is not among the 70% of underinsured Americans. GTL offers affordable insurance designed to supplement Medicare Advantage and individual family major medical health plans. Benefits are paid directly to the policyholder and regardless of any other insurance. There is no coordination of benefits. So the reasons to offer our plans are primarily to protect your clients, for sales revenue. This is a wonderful way to build accounts and generate better retention, and also to get referrals with GTL's life and ancillary health plans. So this is a roster of our 2016 plans. As you can see, we don't have an exorbitant amount of plans, but the plans that we do have are innovative, recognized, and in demand. In 2015, GTL had its best year for the 5th consecutive year in a row. We'll be spending the larger majority of our time today focusing on the Advantage Plus Hospital Indemnity Plan. However, I'd like to take a couple of minutes to summarize our other plans that include CHS Protection Plus, Critical Care, Recover Cash, Critical Provider, and 24-Hour Accident. Let's start with CHS Protection Plus. Let's think about some statistics. According to the National Cancer Institute, 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women are diagnosed with cancer during their lifetimes. And as stated by the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institutes, over 1 million people have a heart attack every year. CHS Protection Plus is GTL's lump sum cancer, heart attack, and stroke insurance plan with recurrence benefits. With issue ages from 0 to 85 and a benefit of up to $75,000, CHS is a great way to protect clients with a family history of cancer, heart attacks, or strokes. Did you know that over 50% of costs associated with cancer are indirect, non-medical expenses? CHS can help your clients not only pay for those uncovered experimental treatments and copayments, but can also supplement lost income and help pay for the mortgage. Let's move on to critical care. In essence, critical care is a solid alternative to long-term care. So it is not a long-term care plan, but is a solid alternative to long-term care. Do you have a client that either can't afford traditional long-term care or wouldn't qualify due to health reasons? If that's the case, you now have a solution in critical cash, especially if your clients are concerned about the financial hardship associated with nursing home or assisted living care. In most states, GTL offers critical cash, an enhanced critical illness plan. With critical cash, the client can select a base benefit of $500 to $5,500 and a monthly benefit of $500 to $5,500, not to exceed $6,000 total per month. Included is an assisted living benefit that's 50% of the monthly facility benefit. The monthly benefit period options for both critical cash and critical care are 6 months, 1 year, 18 months, or 2 years. Recover Cash. Recover Cash is a short-term care solution for nursing home, assisted living, or home care plans with choices up to 360 days. What I personally and particularly like about Recover Cash is that benefits will restore once during the life of the policy when, for 6 consecutive months, the client no longer needs any covered care or services. Critical Provider. Critical Provider is GTL's 10 or 20-year term life plan with an accelerated benefit for named conditions. According to LIMRA, life insurance sales are at an all-time low. Reasons for this are low interest rates associated with whole life and a lack of living benefits associated with term life plans. However, since the onset of ACA or Obamacare, there has been a surge in critical illness. Critical Provider gives working families on high-deductible major medical plans the opportunity to receive a death benefit and living accelerated benefits all in one plan. Our 24-hour accident plan is run through GTL subsidiary organization, the Select Benefit Services Association. Benefits include those for accidental medical coverage, emergency air ambulance, and accidental death and dismemberment. There are 8 plans to choose from. What I particularly like about this plan is it is a great plan for those in rural communities that may not be in proximity to medical facilities. While not listed here, I do want to point out that GTL now offers Medicare Sup in select markets. As of now, GTL offers Plan A, F, G, and N in Tennessee, Utah, Nevada, Idaho, and Iowa. We'll soon be rolling out Medicare supplements in additional states as well. For today's presentation, we'll be discussing GTL's signature hospital indemnity plan, Advantage Plus. Let's get into the plan's nuts and bolts. So, as I mentioned, why offer Advantage Plus? Namely to protect your clients, but also for sales, retention, and referrals. This is a plan that is essentially affordable insurance designed to supplement Medicare Advantage. Can it supplement those that are on a major medical or individual plan, not yet a beneficiary on Medicare Advantage? Yes, it can. However, our primary market are those on a Medicare Advantage plan for Advantage Plus. This is going to help clients lower or eliminate their hospital copays. Let's take a closer look. Ask yourself, does your client's health insurance have deductibles or copayments for hospital confinement, ambulance trips, outpatient surgery, skilled nursing, or cancer? If they do, think Advantage Plus and GTL. So the base plan is the daily hospital indemnity benefit. You're going to select a 3-day, a 6-day, a 10-day, or 21-day benefit period in $10 increments. Note, the benefit period and available riders depend on each state's approval. The good news is, folks, is that our quoting software, which you can find on www.gtlic.com, is essentially not going to allow you to select benefits that are not available in your state. So it is very user-friendly. This plan offers unlimited benefit period restorations. Again, unlimited benefit period restorations. It's going to restore after 60 days of no confinement. You'll note here that the benefit amounts do correspond to the benefit period. For example, for a 3-day benefit, if that's selected, you'll choose a daily benefit between $350 to $600 in $10 increments. For example, $350, $360, $370, etc., leading up to $600 per day. The 6-day, you'll select between $250 and $600. The 10-day gives you a little bit more flexibility. You'll be able to select between $100 and $600, as is with the 21-day benefit period as well. So what does this benefit period represent and cover? The 10-day benefit period represents 10 24-hour stays in the hospital, just as a 6-day benefit period represents 6 24-hour stays in the hospital. This is really important in terms of sales because it's up to the agent to kind of paint the picture and really demonstrate the value of how this is going to be used. Typical uses of the benefit period include 24-hour stays or longer for surgery, including hip replacement, heart bypass, tumor removal, and several others. Okay, so it could be any kind of surgery. Unexpected hospitalization due to a sudden change in health, or unexpected hospitalization due to an injury, such as a car accident injury or falling and breaking a bone. As I mentioned, there is unlimited base plan restoration. Let's go over some examples. Let's say, for example, that you and your client have selected a 10-day benefit period. Let's go with example 1. So in this scenario, the client has a 5-day hospital stay, then goes home. No additional hospital stays for 60 consecutive days. Well, the policyholder then would have a new 10-day benefit period. So the benefit restores in its entirety. Let's look at example 2. Let's say the client has a 5-day hospital stay, then goes home, but returns within the 60 days for 5 more days. Will those 5 days be covered? Yes, they will. They'll be covered because a 10-day benefit has been selected. They used 5, but 5 days still remain. Then the client goes home and has no hospital stays for 60 consecutive days. The policyholder now has a new 10-day benefit period. Okay? I often recommend that even though we have a 3-day and 6-day option, that the 10-day is just more valuable and economical. You'll see that while it is a little bit more expensive in price, it oftentimes is worth it to select the 10-day benefit period due to the restoration feature. For example, let's do a hypothetical here. Let's say that you and your client select a 6-day instead of a 10-day benefit period. Let's say that in the second example here, it's a 6-day benefit period. The client has a 5-day hospital stay, then goes home. The client returns to the hospital within 60 days for 5 additional days. Well, for that second visit to the hospital, we would cover only 1 out of the 5 remaining days because 5 days were originally used and only 1 day is left, equaling 6-day benefit. They would have to wait another 60 days for a new 6-day benefit period to restore. Included with the base plan is emergency room benefit, $150 for emergency room expenses if admitted within 24 hours due to an injury. Also, a mental health benefit of $175 per day if confined to a mental health facility. Advantage Plus has some very attractive riders. For example, our new dental vision rider has been very, very popular since we launched it last year. The dental vision rider will pay your client an annual benefit of up to $400, $800, or $1,200 for services performed by a licensed dentist, ophthalmologist, or optometrist after the first year, including $200 for prescription eyeglasses or contact lenses. There is a $100 annual calendar deductible. GTL pays 80% of actual charges for covered expenses up to the calendar year maximum benefit. We do have a short duration hospital stay rider. This rider is available for those with a 10 or 21-day benefit period, as it's already included for those on a 3 or 6-day benefit period. It pays out for short hospital stays of 12 to 24 hours if your client is admitted to the hospital for a covered sickness or injury. This includes time spent in a hospital as an inpatient, under observation, or as an outpatient in the ER. The lump sum cancer coverage: $2,500, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, or $20,000 lump sum cancer coverage is available. It does include a benefit for cancer in situ. Cancer in situ means that your client has cancer, but it has not yet spread. It also has a $500 payment for basal cell skin cell carcinoma. An extremely popular rider is our ambulance rider. $200 for daily usage benefit up to a $2,500 lifetime maximum. What separates this rider to other ambulance riders in the market is that no hospital stay is required. What you'll find with GTL is that we will not nickel and dime your clients. No hospital stay is required for usage of the ambulance rider. Coverage is to or from a medical facility, and the benefits are payable up to 4 times per year. The lump sum hospital rider: you can select extra coverage for that additional first day of $250, $500, or $70 or $750, and our outpatient surgery rider of $250, $500, $750, or $1,000 lump sum. So, some helpful product details. The base plan issue ages are from 40 to 85. So again, your target market is going to be Medicare Advantage beneficiaries. However, we do have quite a few folks that are under the age of 65 that do enroll in this plan. The policy may stay in force after the client is 85 years old. This is one of the defining characteristics of the plan. If your client is between the ages of 64 and a half to 65 and a half, it's guarantee issue. Again, if your client is between the ages of 64 and a half to 65 and a half, it is guarantee issue. Available for the past 9 years, this plan, no annual policy fee. The one-time application fee is waived for your spouse if both husband and wife get on the plan. You continue to pay the same rate as you age, so the plan will never be as affordable as it is today. Rates, while not guaranteed to remain the same, have not been increased throughout the 9-year history of the product. And again, benefits are paid directly to the policyholder and regardless of any other insurance. Remember, folks, that an uncovered hospital stay copay can equal an unhappy client. Advantage Plus is the only hospital indemnity plan in the marketplace that pays 24-hour observation stays at 100% of the daily hospital benefit level. I mentioned the quoting software. Quoting software is available by going to www.gtlic.com, go to the agent section, and go to the download software option. When you get there, it will look like this. So we have software for each product. So you'll download the software for Advantage Plus. So, underwriting. There is no MIB or phone interview. This is a short yes or no application. Issue ages are again from 40 to 85 years old. The base plan for inpatient hospitalization, remember, is guarantee issue for those between the ages of 64.5 to 65.5 years old. They must have a social security number and be able to understand the coverage, the application questions, and read the policy. Rates are issue age and guarantee renewable. There are 3 additional underwriting questions for cancer coverage, and those 3 additional underwriting questions for the cancer rider are needed. They need to be answered by those that are between 64.5 to 65.5 years old. This plan has a 95.2% issue. We have several payment types and modes. We have bank draft modes, monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, and annual. We do offer direct bill modes, but we do not accept credit cards at this point. I strongly recommend that you get your client on a bank draft mode of a monthly cycle. The reason for that is due to persistency or policy lapsing. You have a much less, your policies are going to be much less likely to lapse if they are on a bank draft mode on a monthly cycle. So these are those 5 underwriting questions for the base plan. So what do you do if your client is between the ages of 64.5 to 65.5 years old? These questions are not applicable to them because they are guarantee issue for the base plan. If they are between the ages of 40 to 85 years old, but are not between the ages of 64.5 to 65.5 years old, they are required to answer all of these questions. In fact, they must answer all of these questions no to qualify. Let's go over them. Question 1. In the past 12 months, have you been confined as an inpatient to a hospital, nursing home, or received home health care? They must answer no to qualify for this plan. In the past 12 months, have you had a heart attack, congestive heart failure, stroke, TIA, heart surgery or bypass, malignant melanoma, or cancer other than skin cancer? In the past 12 months, have you been diagnosed with or been treated for COPD, emphysema, chronic bronchitis, insulin-dependent diabetes, dementia, Alzheimer's, or chronic liver or chronic kidney disease? In the past 12 months, have you been advised to have surgery which will require an inpatient stay but have not yet done so? And the final question, have you been treated for or been diagnosed by a member of the medical profession as having AIDS, AIDS-related complex, or HIV? And again, the answer must be no for your client to qualify. The policy issue is based upon the applicant's answers to the application questions. In question 3, we discussed and used the word treated. Okay, in the past 12 months, have you been diagnosed with or been treated for these named conditions or illnesses? Remember, folks, that being treated for a condition includes taking medicine for that condition. So that condition could be controlled by medicine, but they still might not be eligible for this plan. Okay? In the past 12 months, have you been advised to have surgery which will require an inpatient stay but have not yet done so? So even if they have not had the surgery within that 12 months, if they have been advised to have surgery, the applicant does not have qualified for the plan. Possibly the greatest underwriting red flag. There is a 6-month pre-existing prior to the effective date of coverage. This applies to all applicants, including those that are guarantee issue, that are between the ages of 64.5 to 65.5. That is why it is of the utmost importance that you are doing your due diligence and asking fact-finding questions regarding your client's health before getting them enrolled in this plan. The last thing we want to do here at GTL is to deny a claim. So what does this 6-month pre-X mean? It means that even if they are guarantee issue in that between the ages of 64.5 to 65.5, or if they are eligible for the plan because they could answer all of those 5 underwriting questions as no, there is still a 6-month pre-X that is applicable. Let's give an example. So an eligible candidate has a 6-month pre-X. This pre-X does not disqualify them from getting on the plan. However, if they have a 6-month pre-X, a condition or an illness, that is being treated for 6 months before the issue date of the plan, GTL will not pay out for any hospitalization within 6 months after the issue date of the plan if the hospitalization is due to that pre-existing condition. If they are hospitalized for something other than a pre-existing condition within that 6-month window, GTL will surely pay out for that. After the 6-month window, even if it is a pre-existing condition, GTL will pay out. So what all of this information is saying in the small print is that any way you send the application in, it's okay with GTL. We just really want to make sure the process is as seamless and easy and efficient for you and your client. You could email the application to us. You can fax it. You can mail a paper application to us. You can utilize our agent portal, and the portal is going to allow you to, order marketing supplies. It's going to allow you to quote online, and it's also going to allow you to check your folios for commission and submit applications. After you get appointed with GTL, you will receive your agent code for access to the portal. We also have an iPad application that is downloadable from the Apple Store. So we do have a GTL iPad app that you can use to submit business for GTL's Advantage Plus plan. If a paper app is submitted, please do make sure that the electronic delivery consent form is signed and a client email address is included if e-policy delivery is desired. So let's go over the steps after you submit business. Your client's policy can be approved and electronically delivered in less than 3 minutes. Upon approval, an email with leave behind forms will be sent to you as the agent. You can download and print the policy for up to 90 days on the agent portal. What is your client or the policyholder going to? The policyholder is also going to receive an approval email. In that email, they will receive a link, and that link will take them to GTL's policyholder portal. In the policyholder portal, they can access and print their policy 24/7. In the mail, GTL will send your client a physical summary of benefits, ID cards, and a welcome letter. If you as the agent elects to deliver the policy, you can still do that. In that scenario, GTL will mail these 3 items to you, and then you can deliver them physically to your client. Apps are issued and delivered in 3 minutes, which is going to ensure accuracy, speed, and time. Please note, only e-applications require the applicant complete a short verification call. This is not a phone interview. We just want to make sure that the applicant exists and they understand the coverage, okay? This is only for business that is submitted electronically through the GTL portal. When you're signing up a client using a paper application, you're getting a physical signature. When you're using our iPad application, the client is signing using their finger on your screen. However, this ensures the validity of the application, because when you are submitting a policy through our portal, we are not getting a signature. So this is essentially a voice signature. You'll need your GTL agent code in order to submit e-applications submitted through the GTL portal. Let's go with claims. As I mentioned, GTL prides itself with our customer service. Policyholders can contact GTL customer service to request a claim form or ask questions at 1-800-338-7452. We deliver claims in 8 days or less on average, which is 3 to 5 days sooner than any of our competitors in the market. So again, the policyholder is going to contact GTL for a claim form. The policyholder completes and submits the Advantage Plus claim form, a HIPAA form, and an itemized bill, because what we really want to know is when they went in the hospital, when they got out of the hospital, and what they were hospitalized for. GTL will contact the policyholder if anything is missing. Let's look at the bottom box. Depending upon the claim information submitted, medical records may be ordered to verify there was not a pre-X issue and that the answers on the application for coverage were valid. There is a 24-month contestability period. I wanted to outline why Advantage Plus, beyond our service, beyond our customer service, and the way that we value our policyholders and our agents, but just from a nuts and bolts perspective, why Advantage Plus over other hospital indemnity plans? We offer that 3-day and 6-day, 10-day or 21-day benefit period, so greater flexibility because oftentimes there is no 6-day benefit period available with our competitors' plans. We are the only HIP plan, hospital indemnity plan in the marketplace, to offer guarantee issue ages for ages 64.5 to 65.5 years old. We are the only HIP plan to offer observation that's covered at 100% of the daily benefit with no limits. With our application, there are 5 short questions and a 12-month look back. With our competitors' plans, typically there's 7 questions and some include a 24-month look back, which is going to disqualify many of your clients. We use one rate for the entire state, including unisex rates, where our competitors use zip code and male and female rates. We offer greater flexibility in terms of the benefit option amounts. With our ambulance rider, no admission is needed to receive the benefits. That's not true with our competitors' plans. Inpatient stays covers inpatient hospitalization at 12 hours of confinement with short stay benefits. Our competitors, inpatient hospitalization at 24 hours of confinement is typically only offered. The issue age goes up to 85 years old, where our competitors' plan, the issue age typically is at 80 years old. The cancer rider, we include skin cancer benefits. The cancer rider also is included with recurrence benefits. So if cancer was diagnosed and then they were in remission, the cancer came back and your client was on the policy, still enrolled, we would pay out again for cancer, okay? Our competitors are not going to offer that feature. We offer streamlined e-application and policy delivery. And our skilled nursing rider, you receive the same benefits that are paid from days 1 through 50, where our competitors are going to have a rider that varies according to the benefit level. So these are all concrete justifications for purchasing Advantage Plus. So what's the next step? How do you set an appointment for Advantage Plus? I ask, do you sell over the phone or in person? Do you sell the appointment or the plan? I strongly recommend that you sell the appointment over the phone. You get your foot back in the door and you meet your clients face to face. Why? For increased closing ratio, persistency through rapport building, you're able to offer a visual presentation and increased emotion in addition to intellectual decision making. One question to get you back into the client's door would be, would you be interested in learning about a way to protect you and your family from medical deaths associated with hospitalization and cancer? Does Tuesday at 2 p.m. or Wednesday at 4 p.m. work better for you? This is a very effective way that's employed by several agents out in the field. Or you can suggest a complimentary annual coverage review. I'll be meeting with other clients in your area on Tuesday or Thursday, and I thought I could offer a complimentary annual coverage review. This is a very, very strategic way to get in front of your clients and is a very good means to get in front of your clients, especially before the onset of AEP. You could also say, "Hi John, I'm your agent from Messer Financial," or you can obviously mention your respective agency, "and we had enrolled you in a Medicare Advantage plan in December. We spoke in December, and I'm just calling to make sure everything is going smoothly with your benefits and to see if your expectations have been met thus far." That's a great way to initiate the conversation. Let's face it, while in-person sales are the most effective, phone sales are definitely a part of the current sales climate because they're going to offer greater time efficiency. If you do sell over the phone, you need to spark an interest in 10 seconds or less. This is your insurance advisor with Messer Financial. Do you have 5 minutes to talk about a way to pay for co-payments and indirect hospital expenses? Or you can ask, "May I ask you a few questions to determine if you qualify for a supplemental benefit plan to help pay for out-of-pocket expenses?" Remember, if you are conducting an in-person sale for greater closing ratio and greater policy persistency, focus on rapport building, identifying needs, the presentation, the close, and the referral. I strongly recommend that you spend the majority of the time focusing on rapport building and identifying needs. Rapport building is very, very solid when you focus on family, the community in which you live, possibly education, maybe you went to the same school, employment, and recreation. Identifying needs. One question you can ask while in the person's house or place of business is, what are some of the out-of-pocket expenses that you may incur if you are hospitalized? In a scenario where you were hospitalized for 5 days and you needed an ambulance for transport, skilled nursing, and outpatient surgery, would you be able to pay for the expenses, or do you know how much that could potentially cost? So, a very common practice among agents in the field is to add up all of the co-payments that the client may incur if they were hospitalized, in addition to some out-of-pocket indirect medical, non-medical expenses, and to compare that to the small monthly premium associated with Advantage Plus. It's a very, very solid sales tactic that's employed in the field. So, marketing and sales ideas. The best marketing and sales idea you can have is to bring it up whenever you are offering Medicare Advantage or when you are with the client. Because remember, folks, this can be sold when it's not open enrollment season. It could be sold right now or during AEP. Market to your book. Offer a free coverage review. Mailers are very good. Calls, birthdays, get referrals, and you could employ co-branded postcards as well. For new business, I recommend senior events through association and just trying to diversify. Remember that GTL's ancillary health plans, including Advantage Plus, cannot be marketed as med subs. So, I look at this as kind of the fun page, the positive results for agents. Remember that direct income is paid weekly to our agents. So the business that is submitted by Tuesday is paid out by Friday of the same week. Let's, for example, say the average Advantage Plus premium is $400 per year, and your average first-year commission is 50%. Well, that would yield $200. $200 times just 5 applications per week would equal $1,000 times 4.5 weeks would yield $4,500 a month. So based on that, I calculated what is your projected first-year annual earnings if your sales production dropped by as much as 25% after AEP. That would yield $42,750. What is your projected first-year annual earnings from GTL if you also sold another plan such as our CHS Protection Plus? Well, that if you sold 2 CH Protection Plus per month, along with the Advantage Plus Hospital Indemnity Plan, that would yield $60,000 first year. Let's not forget about the member retention, and I say member in terms of Advantage Plus, in terms of Medicare Advantage, excuse me. I love the insurance industry in terms for agents, because it is one of the few industries where the agent does not have to start over every year due to renewals. You will find that your renewals will go up, not just for your ancillary plans, but for your major medical and Medicare Advantage plans as well. Referrals. GTL is a great way to generate new referrals. What if you earned 2 referrals for every one you saw and sold to 20%? Well, that would yield 10 people per week times 20% times $200 in commission times 26 weeks would yield an additional $10,400. Our plan offers renewals. So second year renewals would be $2,565 from first year Advantage Plus clients only. If we multiply that by 5 years with no increase in production, that would yield $12,825. GTL has amazing conventions and incentives as well. For example, this year in March, our top producers as well as FMOs were at hand at the 2016 convention at Scottsdale at the Fairmont Princess Resort. It was an amazing time, and I'd love for you to be there this year. A proven winner for you and your clients. Your client now has a plan and plans to help cover out-of-pocket and medical and non-medical expenses such as hospital stay copays, uncovered medical supplies, and indirect costs and monthly expenses. This is again going to help increase your commission and help with client retention. So, the next steps are to call or email Messer Financial Group to get appointed, or call Messer Financial at 866-568-9649, extension 810. Messer will submit your contracting paperwork directly to our company. Appointment usually takes 3 to 5 business days after contracting paperwork is received. Thereafter, you will receive some tools and resources that will be emailed to you, including what I had mentioned before, your codes for the agent portal, that will also grant you access to your commission portal and the GT link, so you'll be able to submit business electronically. I ask you now, what is your sales projection? When will you and your clients write business? Who are you going to market this plan to? Do you have any questions in regards to the product or how to sell the plan? I do want to thank you so much for your interest, your time, and your future business. My contact information is below. Thank you very much. I hand it back over to Chris.
Thanks, Adam. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, if we don't have any questions, somebody from Messer will be contacting you as far as getting contracted with GTL. So thank you for attending. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.